Brotherhood is not optional. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Behavior 360. I'm your host, Dr. Philip Montgomery. I am glad you're here today. I mean that. Because what we're getting into right now is something I feel strongly about, something I think about all the time, something most men know they need but are too proud or too hurt to actually go get it. We're talking today about brotherhood, not the idea of it, not the inspirational poster version of it. I'm talking about real, in your face, I will tell you the truth because I love you, brotherhood. And why, as men, especially men in the world today, it's not a luxury, it's not a bonus feature, it's not optional. Okay, stay with me. Let's get into it. The solo act, how we got here. Here's the reality most men are living with right now. They're doing life alone. And I don't mean alone as in no family, no wife, no coworkers. I mean alone as in there's no one, not a single human being on this planet who actually knows what's going on inside of them. No one who knows what they're afraid of. No one who knows what they're ashamed of. No one who knows the real weight they've been carrying. They have people around them, but they're fundamentally isolated. And a lot of them have been that way so long they've stopped noticing. How do we get here? Well, a few ways. First, we were taught that needing people is weakness. From the time we were boys, the message was handle it, don't cry, figure it out, be a rock. And so we learn to perform self-sufficiency even when we're drowning. Second, we've been burned. A lot of men don't really have brotherhood because they trusted someone once, got hurt, and decided it wasn't worth trying again. The wall went up, and now it's been up for so long it feels like a permanent wall instead of a response to one wound. A third way, and this is the real one, we simply don't know how to do it. Nobody taught us how to be vulnerable with another man. Nobody modeled it. And we do go to church, we shake hands, we say, I'm good, I'm blessed, and then we go home alone. A man who has never let another man know him is not being strong. He is being afraid and calling it independence. Ecclesiastes says, two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help him up. Notice what that does. It doesn't polish it. It doesn't make it comfortable. It challenges it. It creates friction. It makes a sharper, more effective, more dangerous in the right hands. That's what real brotherhood does. It doesn't just make you feel good. It makes you feel better, especially when it's placed in the right hands. And then there's this. And I ask you, what happens when you try to go it alone? Let me tell you what I've observed. First, your blind spots go unchecked. Every one of us has places where we cannot see ourselves clearly, areas where we are deceiving ourselves about our character, our patterns, our sin. Real brotherhood is the mirror that shows you those things. Without it, your blind spots don't go away. They just run your life without your permission. Secondly, Your enemy works more efficiently on you alone. The man who is isolated is the man who is vulnerable, not because he's weak, but because God never designed him to be that alone. Fourth, and this one is deep, you become harder to bless. When you are isolated, you are not just cut off from people, you're cut off from the channels through which goodness often moves. So much goodness or correction, encouragement, and direction comes through other people. When you close yourself off from community, you don't just lose those relationships, you narrow the pathways through which others can reach you. Isolation is not a strength move. Speaking, it is one of the most dangerous places a man can live. Now, what does real brotherhood look like? So, actually, real brotherhood looks like this. I think a lot of men have never seen it modeled, so they don't even know what they're missing. Real brotherhood is not just a group chat. It's not guys from church who wave at you on Sunday. It's not a men's retreat you go to every now and again and hug it out and then go back to your silent life. Real brotherhood is a small number of men. It doesn't have to be too many. Real brotherhood prays with you, not just for you. There's a difference. Praying with you means sitting across from you when life is falling apart and not flinching. Real brotherhood tells you the truth. And this is the one men avoid the most. We want people who agree with us, who validate us, who make us feel like we're doing fine. Real brotherhood doesn't do that when you're not fine. They love you too much to let you stay comfortable in something that's going to hurt you. A real brotherhood is reciprocal. It requires you to let someone in. That means being known, actually known, not just seen. And that requires courage. More courage, honestly, than most men want to admit. You don't need 50 friends. You need two or three men who know your whole story and are still in your corner. Okay, now, how to build it. And we're going to do that starting now. So, how do you actually build this if you don't have it? Here's what I tell any man starting from scratch: start with honesty. Admit to yourself that you need this, not in a way that is truthful. Acknowledge the need is not a failure, it is the beginning of wisdom. Say out loud, even if just to God, I have been going this alone and it is not working. Identify the candidates. Who in your life, at work, in your neighborhood, do you respect? Who seems like a man of integrity? Brotherhood doesn't fall out of the sky. You have to be intentional. You have to initiate. And yes, that feels uncomfortable. Do it anyway. Start with one conversation. You don't need to open your whole life on day one, but have one real conversation, not about sports, not news, not complaints about work. Ask a man, how are you really doing? And when he asks you back, tell him the truth. That is how it starts. Get into or build a structure, small groups. Accountability is in small groups. Whatever the container is, use it. Brotherhood does not thrive in unstructured, irregular contact. It needs rhythm. It needs showing up consistently, even when you don't feel like it. Be the brother you want to have. This is one of the most skipped steps by men. They want someone to reach out to them to initiate, to show up. Start by being that for somebody else. Call the man who seems like he's going through it Check in on the man who went quiet. The brotherhood you want to receive, you must start giving. You were never meant to do this alone, and I can't stress that enough. Let me close with this. There is a reason, God said, in the very beginning, before sin, before the fall, before anything went wrong, He said, it's not good for man to be alone. That was not about marriage. That was about the fundamental nature of how God made you. He made you for relationship. He made you for community. He made you to be known. And somewhere along the way, through hurt, through pride, through the lines we were told about drawing and showing what it means to be a man to others, a lot of us walked away from that. We built walls, we put our heads down, we decided that handling it alone was safer than risking the vulnerability of letting someone in. And it has cost us. It has cost us our peace, our spiritual growth, our effectiveness, our joy. It has cost some of us our relationships with partners, with kids, with our sense of purpose. Not because weren't capable as men, but because we were capable men trying to carry something that was never designed for us to carry by ourselves. I want to challenge you today, not someday, to take one step towards real community. One call, one text, one honest conversation, one yes to the small group you've been putting off. You were not built for isolation. You were built for covenant, built for brotherhood, built to sharpen and be sharpened, built to carry and be carried. That, men, is all I have to say. It's time to go out and meet your brother. I'll see you during the next one. This is Dr. Philip Montgomery, Behavior 360. Let's keep building.